Good afternoon, Lake Norman. Welcome to your Tuesday afternoon, rainy Tuesday afternoon. About time we got some rain. I was so tired of getting burn ban warnings. At least now, maybe they'll disappear for a while. Brad Panovich, leave me alone with your burn ban warnings.
Oh my God.
Even though I'm sure there's still burn ban warnings there. Like, this is definitely not enough rain,
No.
but it's glad to get some rain. Welcome to Tuesday afternoon. Know the scene, everybody. I'm your host, Justin Dionne, here, talking about what's going on in the scene, what's going on in your scene in Lake Norman and the surrounding towns that make up this wonderful community that we live in. I'm joined by some wonderful guests today, but first, before we get started with that, just want to let everybody know what's going on in the scene this week. It's not Christmas yet. It's Thanksgiving first. Although, again, as we mentioned last week, Bill, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not one of those people. You do you. If you needed to decorate for Christmas like 2 weeks ago, that's cool. Whatever brings you your joy. Whatever brings you your joy. So whether your Christmas decorations are half up, like at my house, half up last weekend, the other half after Thanksgiving, so that way, there's no way to get it all done at once. Not with the way that my family likes to collect Christmas decorations. But also lots of wonderful things. Cain Center for the Arts last weekend, we had a concert with Mike Ferris and the Fortunate Few. They were great, rock and roll show. Enjoyed having them. This week we have a break for the holiday because we're getting prepared for a wonderful run next week of some shows we're going to talk about today. But we do have coming up this weekend. So I know this week in general, also I know we're in like parade season coming up. So sorry if you're listening and you're in Rowan County area, I'm so sorry. I heard I think I read the China Grove holiday parade was canceled due to weather today.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that, guys. Believe it or not, I used to go to that parade when I was younger. I even was in that parade when I was younger. But there is the Charlotte Thanksgiving, the Novant Health. Right? Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Thanksgiving Day? No.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on Thanksgiving Day? Thanksgiving Day parade is coming. So get ready for that.
That sounds right.
There's parades all over. Do the parade thing. North Mecklenburg Christmas Parade is December the 2nd, I believe. During the day there. Yep, it is during the day because the ACC Championship is the evening of December 2nd, which my beloved Florida State Seminoles are playing in. So way to go, Knowles. Also, this weekend, the 25th is Light Up Cornelius. If you guys have never done Light Up Cornelius and you're in the area, you should come check it out. It's going to be different this year because if you're listening, I think it was earlier today or yesterday, I think Justin Kazepis had Troy Fitzsimmons with the Town of Cornelius Parks and Recreation Department on to talk about it. But they've extended, there's a brand new town Christmas tree in the plaza at the Cain Center that the town has put up. There are new Christmas decorations. The town is doing their Light Up Cornelius event. They're expanding it. They're actually shutting down Catawba Avenue.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Get ready. Everyone go ahead. Hey, get your patience out. Start practicing your holiday patience now. Catawba Avenue will be shut down. The town's done a great job of planning this, everybody. It'll be wonderful. Bill's already got the phone out ready to take complaint calls. It'll be great. The town's done a lot of great planning. They're going to have vendors out in the street. There's going to be the Christmas tree is going to be singing. The tree will light up. Cain Center is opening up our lobby. Santa Claus is going to be inside. All the things. Come out for a great Light Up Cornelius community event. And then, of course, as we move into December, it's Christmas and Davidson time. Last weekend, they lit up the Christmas tree at Birkdale. All the things happening in the scene. So we hope you guys are enjoying all those things. But it's not what we're here to talk about today, believe it or not, although I just burned like 6 minutes talking about those. Today, we are here to talk about a wonderful combination of performances that is coming. I want to say maybe one of the first times that's like a duo of like a 1-2 punch has been presented. A 1-2 theatrical punch has been presented like in the Lake Norman region like this, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm joined today by Robin Tynes-Miller, who is artistic and operations director for Three Bone Theater, based out of Charlotte, and Marla Brown, the famous Marla Brown. Lake Norman knows Marla Brown. who is producer and co-artistic director of Charlotte Conservatory Theatre. And the two of their companies are coming together to present separate productions at the Cain Center next week. But they're working together on them. They're two separate productions they did, and both of these shows, yes, are being performed in like repertory style, and they will both tell us what that means. Tell the audience what that means. And what's cool is that both of their productions started in Charlotte and did a run in Charlotte already, and are now coming up to Lake Norman for you to see them up here. Welcome to the show, Robin and Marla.
Thank you. Thanks,
Oh,
Justin.
I like that.
Yes, we're also in chorus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or in rep vocally.
Oh, in rep.
Well done, Marla.
Greek chorus rep. I like that. Well, welcome. Just thanks, ladies, for coming today. Thanks for driving in the rain here. I know it was nasty. But why don't we, I know lots, I know you both, like we both all go way back, but I want to help the audience who maybe is listening, who is not as familiar with you both. Why don't we start? I'm gonna start on my left, if that's okay.
Sure.
Robin is on my left, everybody. By the way, if you're watching on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, you can do that, and you'll get to hear during the breaks us continue talking. So, Robin, tell us about Three Bone Theater, your role there as a founding director there as well, and what is Three Bone Theater all about?
Yeah, so we started Three Bone Theater in Charlotte in 2012. Myself and another woman, Carmen Bartlett, who went to Catawba College
Woo,
together.
Catawba.
So when I graduated, we started this company. We did our first show in November of 2012. And we're dedicated to theater that is a catalyst for conversation and change in our community. So doing work that typically centers around some sort of social issue that's relevant to Charlotte, and really trying to help people have difficult conversations and see things in a new way.
Tell us, sorry, because I love the story of it. Tell everyone why it's called Three Bone.
Sure. So that comes from a Reba McEntire quote.
Woo!
Yes, Reba. Everyone loves Reba. And the quote is, "To succeed in life, you need three things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone."
Yeah.
So we are Three Bone Theater. We do work that inspires, strengthens, and entertains.
Way to go.
Nice.
Three Bone. Now again, remind me, sorry, so how many seasons are you in now?
We just opened our 12th season.
Yeah.
12 seasons, congrats.
Yeah.
And are you, I think I heard you say earlier, are you the sole full-time staff member?
I am, yeah, and that didn't happen until fall of 2021. So we all had day jobs for the first 10 years, and then I was hired on as our first full-time staff, and hopefully it won't take us 9 years or 10 years to hire the next person.
No, you'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah, I like
It'll
it.
happen. It's great. It's great. All right. So in this okay, I'm going to vamp because the Bill hit the timer. And this is how this happens sometimes, right? So like, I don't want to ask you the next question, like, be like, oh, gotta go to break.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say we're getting ready to go to break. That being said, please make sure you're watching on Facebook Live if you can, or on YouTube Live. If you have not subscribed to our show yet on one of your podcast formats, please do so. Know the scene. Smash that subscribe button. And then also, if you'd like to phone in today at any point, you can call 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. Know the scene. Coming right back after the break.
More Know the Scene with Cain Center for the Arts Executive Director Justin Dionne on the way from the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Happy Thanksgiving. From all of us at WSIC, we hope everyone is able to spend some time with those that they love. Join the Cornelius Parks and Rec Department this Saturday for the 12th annual Light Up Cornelius, presented by Novant Health from 4 to 7 p.m. in downtown Cornelius. Festivities will include holiday songs, train rides, a sledding hill, food and craft vendors, and a visit from Santa. See you Saturday! Want to see more than 5 million Christmas lights at one time? Speedway Christmas is back. Happening daily, the amazing Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now through January 7th. The show is open 6 to 10 p.m., rain or shine. The infield Christmas Village is open Thursday through Sunday nights. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway, now through January 7th. For tickets, visit charlottemotorspeedway.com. Community singers of Lake Norman are performing again Christmas style. December 3rd in Mooresville, December 5th in Huntersville, and December 11th in Cornelius, each evening at a different church. 3 shows, 3 nights. Community Singers of Lake Norman. For more info, visit lakenormansings.com. The Community Singers of Lake Norman. lakenormansings.com. The Docksiders, performing at Cain Center for the Arts on Saturday, December 9th, are almost sold out. The Docksiders will take you back to the year 1981. Their unique and electric tribute act of yacht rock features songs from Hall & Oates, Christopher Cross, Kenny Loggins, and more. The Docksiders, Saturday, December 9th at Cain Center for the Arts. To purchase your tickets, visit cainarts.org. Have an event you'd like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
And now for a look at your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. High temperature only getting up to 54 degrees today, but we have a 100% chance of rain. And wind gusts will be getting up as high as 20 miles per hour. As you head through the remainder of the evening, showers and thunderstorms are going to stay in the area. We'll only drop down to a low of 52 tonight. This has been your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center.
Morning Star Baptist Church loves its family, its community, and its country, but most importantly, loves Jesus Christ. Hear their ministry Sunday mornings at 9:30 on WSIC.
You're home for non-stop Christmas music, starting at 12 a.m. Thanksgiving Day.
It's Know the Scene with Cain Center for the Arts Executive Director Justin Dionne on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Know the Scene. Here we are. We're back. We're back on Tuesday. We're going to jump right in. Getting out of my Sum 41 throwback music.
That is not yacht rock.
No, it's not yacht rock, even though they did advertise yacht rock. Everyone. By the way, that show is coming to the Cain Center, Docksiders. Tickets are getting low. All of our holiday shows are getting low on ticket sales. Like with yacht rock is not a holiday show per se, but you never know. They may surprise us. All right, we're joined again, reminding everyone by joined by Robin Tynes-Miller from Three Bone Theater and Marla Brown from Charlotte Conservatory Theatre. And before we left on the break, Robin told us a little bit about herself and her history with Three Bone very shortly. Now we're going to pass the ball to Marla. And Marla, tell us about Charlotte Conservatory Theatre.
Okay, well, so I started producing in the area about 12 years ago under the Warehouse and had a run with that, and then decided that we wanted to kind of shift gears, shift missions. So our board rebranded. I joined forces with several local fellow theater artists, Steve Kaliski, Francis Bendert, and several others, and we started to craft Charlotte Conservatory. All of us had some history with Charlotte Rep. I was an intern there 150 years ago when I was a child. And it just really left it guided my purpose for doing theater in the area. And so the three of us got together and decided we kind of wanted to see if we could continue the torch of reestablishing a regional theater in the area, one that brought shows that typically do not tour, popular straight plays that typically don't come. Usually musicals do, and so we thought we would try to connect our area to the National Theater Dialogue by doing those plays that are relevant and contemporary and bringing them here. We've been working for about a year now. We started last August, and so we've had 3 shows. This will be our 4th in theory, but it is a remount. So, and we're thrilled to be bringing it to the Cain.
Yes, and if you're listening and you live in Lake Norman or beyond, and you happened to see the show POTUS
Yes.
last year, that was February, right?
It was, yes, February
of
2023.
last year. See, I can remember
This
some of
year,
these
yep.
things. of 23, February, POTUS was presented and produced by Charlotte Conservatory.
Yes.
And people really enjoyed it. A great
so fun.
show. And it's great because, like, I remember I watched it and, like, Robin was sitting right behind me.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was like, see Robin, see Robin, see Robin, see Robin. And now
Here we are.
you're both here. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
So yes. So I love that. So tell me, and maybe we can just float this all out. We'll just kind of, we'll just jam. So like, I'd love to hear a little bit about y'all's, your strategy around what you said, the remount, right? Help audiences understand what you mean when you say you're remounting.
So, one of the things that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Robin, but one of the things that we continue to struggle with, and one of the things that we're all combining forces to help address, is the fact that these really wonderful shows are 8 weeks of time developing, rehearsing, building a set, talking about, doing incredible work. I saw the Chinese lady at the Arts Factory. We were mounting A Doll's House 2 at the Mint Museum. And the reach in these smaller venues for this group of professional artists who work in our area hasn't really materialized. And so we talked about the fact that here are these beautiful shows that had good audiences where they were, but the venues were so small. And here now we have the opportunity with this beautiful Cain Center and these incredible shows. So remounting so that they can get a wider audience and a larger awareness within our community that there's so much local professional that is out here just waiting to engage and excite the people in the area.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think one of the things that, we hear a lot is, 12 seasons in is like, I wish I'd known about you sooner. And, you're Charlotte's best kept secret. And we're like, well, we would love to be less kept.
Yes. I heard that at Lake Norton Warehouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't want to be a secret.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think like Charlotte Conservatory Theatre invited us to join them, which is such an awesome collaboration. And I think also speaks to like the collaborative nature of the theater community here, which is so important. And yeah, I mean, we've never done a show we actually produced at the Warehouse once. We brought a show that was a remount. And that was probably in like, I don't know, 2014, it's been a long time since Three Bone has done anything in the North area. So being able to connect with Lake Norman and obviously get the experience at the Cain Center and connect with you all has been, really exciting. And we're thrilled to bring this story up north.
Yeah.
So you hear that, Lake Norman audiences. So we've been hearing some folks like, we want more theater, do more theater. And I'm like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Here's more theater, right? Because I think a perspective from, it's something that you had said, Marla, and I know both of your companies and theater producers in the area know too, is, so you had said, giving the Charlotte region and areas access to, shows that aren't touring. Right. So touring a show is really expensive.
Yes.
Like, and touring productions are really expensive. Right. And I can say from like our perspective, even from like, who present, us trying to present a touring theater show is really expensive. Right. And it would be very crazy. Right, like
need the blockbusters, right?
Like really expensive. And in our small house too, for audiences, like the ticket prices would be ridiculous. Like people would go, "Well, your tickets are expensive," and I'm like, "This is what it costs when you bring in a tour." And a lot of these cool, I don't know what's the right word. Like these shows that you all are doing, which are small casts, which aren't like the big name titles per se, but are very important and very powerful shows. They don't even get tours mounted.
Yes,
Yeah.
And they are the two. Like the Chinese Lady is the most produced play this year across the nation.
Wow.
And A Doll's House 2 had that title a couple years ago. And so these are not
like
obscure.
They're not even coming. Like they're not even on tour.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They,
they just get produced and
northeast.
Small houses, yeah.
Well, they're on
Pick 'em up.
Broadway and off Broadway.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
But then
Definitely.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but they are in small houses and regional
Yeah.
theaters.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think like one of the things that, I think there's a lot of overlap in values between Charlotte Conservatory Theater and us. And, I think one of the things that we're both passionate about is like really presenting the best of adult
Yeah.
contemporary theater. I think we have we have amazing theater education programs in the area, and we have amazing theater for young audiences. And there's amazing touring musicals, right? But so I think, the gap that we're trying to fill is like really where is the adult contemporary theater that is really, high quality, excellent writing and important stories.
And the Pulitzer winners and the Tony,
Absolutely.
but
Yeah.
they still don't tour in the same
Yeah.
way that the big musicals do. And
Right.
so the obscurity is not because they aren't popular. It's
Right.
just they're not
Right.
here.
Right. And that's I love that both of you and the work that you're doing is working to keep that alive in this area, right? Because like we all know like the what's the word I'm searching for, like the uncertainty, if you will, like the volatility kind of like the Charlotte theater scene.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't mean volatility in a nasty way. I just mean it's kind of.
Yeah,
I honestly
it's-
think
No,
that
I
kind of
mean, it
describes it. Like
struggles.
I would say it's volatility. Like kinda is
Adult
what-
contemporary theater is not done particularly well in
Well,
Charlotte.
it's-
the last
and I don't even say
Why?
and whether it's even done well or not. It's people the companies.
Yes,
Mhm.
right. That's what I
right?
mean.
Like I mean the
Yeah.
ability for whether it's audience, I don't know if it's audiences, I don't know if it's space, I don't know if it's all these things combined, right? You know what I mean?
I
Timing,
think it's
all
everything.
this stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It just seems so volatile.
Yes.
So I always really admire, both
Insanity.
of your work and your work and others' work, that's trying to keep it alive. And I hope the audiences in this area that are listening will really like take advantage of, of you all bringing it up here.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah, I'd like to. One of the nicest compliments that was ever given to a theater company was, "We haven't recognized any of your shows, but they've all been really good."
Yes.
And so, even if you don't know the title,
Mhm.
we would hope to develop some of that trust
Mhm.
that these are great stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
And please come join us for those.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm really excited that you all are able to bring them here. I think that they're going to be great for audiences. Tell us about how they were received down in Charlotte when you performed them down there.
Yeah, so we produced The Chinese Lady by Lloydsa in August at the Arts Factory. It's a 2-person play, beautiful, intimate piece that is based on the true story of Afang Moi, who's the first documented Chinese woman to come to America.
Wow.
It's a brilliant piece. And it's the first time that a Charlotte theater company has produced a locally produced all Asian cast
Wow.
piece. So we're really proud of that. And the piece in general. I mean, I think one of the things that we loved in terms of the feedback, it did really well for us.
Yeah.
It actually exceeded, a lot of our expectations just because it's such a small show.
Yeah.
But people loved it. I mean, I think one of the things that's so interesting, and we saw this also with the Lehman trilogy that we just produced, is this like blend of history and based on true story versus an artistic interpretation.
All right. We'll come back with more about that right after the break. Know the scene. Come right back.
More Know the Scene with Cain Center for the Arts Executive Director Justin Dionne coming up on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
When you have problems with your air conditioning system, you need SHA Mechanical, serving our region since 1975. SHA will make sure your system is in the best condition at the best times. Call SHA Mechanical at 704-872-8708.
And now for a look at your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. High temperature only getting up to 54 degrees today, but we have a 100% chance of rain. The wind gust will be getting up as high as 20 miles per hour. As you head through the remainder of the evening, showers and thunderstorms are going to stay in the area. We'll only drop down to a low of 52 tonight. This has been your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center.
Folks, you know Randy Marion sells vehicles the King of Price way, but did you know our service department? We service vehicles the King of Price way. We sell tires, we sell brakes, we sell batteries, we sell the maintenance. We help you keep your vehicle on the road safe, ready to drive. Whatever the season is, Randy Marion service departments have you covered. Come see us today because, folks, again, you know we sell the King of Price way and we do service the King of Price way.
King of Price, RandyMarionStatesville.com.
This is Fred Lowry at Lowry Drug. We now have our own brand of full-spectrum hemp extract, also known as CBD oil. I personally manage this product as it was grown on my farm here in Iredell County. It was then processed and bottled here in Statesville. This is a true herbal extract with all the medicinal components intact. A product you can trust to be authentic. And since there is no wholesaler, it's at a price you can afford. Try it at Lowry Drug on Hartness Road in Statesville.
Fall is here, and Lil Shavers has the supplies you need. Wheat straw, pine needle, grass seed, pelletized line, landscape edging, and railroad cross ties. Got a deck that needs staining? Lil Shavers has PPG paints and stains at prices you can afford. Fall is a great time to replace your furnace filters at Lil Shavers. Get the products you need at reasonable prices from Lil Shavers, 3301 Salisbury Road in Statesville.
Now more Know the Scene with Cain Center for the Arts Executive Director Justin Dionne on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back. We're back on Tuesday, rainy Tuesday. Welcome back to Know the Scene. Having a great conversation today about two productions coming to Lake Norman in remounted productions from their Charlotte runs. We have The Chinese Lady and Doll's House Part 2. Chinese Lady is produced and performed by Three Bone Theater, and Doll's House Part 2 by Charlotte Conservatory Theatre. Here we have Robin Tynes-Miller and Marla Brown in the studio chatting. Robin was just telling us before the break about Chinese Lady and like the show and the run they had down there, successful run up here. Marla, tell us about Doll's House Part 2. I'm just going to say real quick, it sounds intimidating.
It is not. So I can see why you would think that. But A Doll's House Part 2, it's funny. A Doll's House Part 1 was written by Ibsen, a Scandinavian playwright who produced this in like 1879. And he had an ending of the play where Nora slammed the door, and it was the door slam heard round the world. And so to make a long story short, Lucas Nath picked this story up and created a sequel, Part 2. You do not have to know A Doll's House Part 1 at all to enjoy. It's an important fact, everybody. Yes, you do not have to know that at all to enjoy this piece. It is definitely a contemporary play with a contemporary language, but Nath does bring these characters back into the home and explores the aftermath when Nora returns 15 years later. It is funny. It is smart. It has so many roller coaster levels that keep you intrigued. We opened in Charlotte at the Mint Museum, unfortunately about the same time that The Chinese Lady was running, so we got to work on that next year, Robin. But so we were kind of running in conjunction with one another, and we were at the Mint for the first time. And it was beautiful. We had a nice reception. We had really good audiences, particularly the second weekend, once word of mouth caught on. All 4 actors were nominated for Best Actor awards. And Gina Stewart, who was a homegrown Cornelius native, won Best Supporting Actress for the role.
So fabulous.
And so, yes, it's a very smart, engaging, intimate piece amongst these family members renegotiating life 15 years after the songbird woman wife decided to fly the nest.
All right. Is there anything you would say you would like compare it to?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I would compare it to. Ooh, can I circle back on
Yes,
that?
you can circle that. Yes.
Okay.
We'll come back. We'll come back to you on that question. Sorry.
No, that's
What
a good
about
one.
what about Robin? Tell us about the Chinese lady. Would you help audiences understand? Is it drama? Is it more comedy? Is it a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of our work sort of falls into a drama category. But we do have a funny bone as part of our.
Oh yeah, Reba did say you must have a funny bone.
And so, there's always the element of, you get people to listen and buy in by getting them to laugh. And so, I think one of the things that I love the most, I directed this production and one of the things that was just so joyful was, Amy Wada, who is our lead actress in this and plays a Fong. A Fong's story is pretty tragic, but Amy just brings so much life and vivaciousness and humor to it. And I mean, it's a magical conjuring of a Fong Moy and her story, and I think teaches us a lot about bias and racism and our country's history that we're not taught in school. I certainly didn't know most of the things, the historical pieces from the show before reading it, and so I think that's one of the things we're really excited about is like we want everyone to know about a Fong Moy. She's someone who we should all be learning about.
Now, are both of these shows? I mean, are they both like full length with intermission?
Ours is 90-minute no intermission.
90-minute no intermission.
Same as ours.
All right.
I think Matt Olin from Charlotte is Creative is starting to call a 90 no.
So 90 no.
90 no.
So 90 no.
90-minute no intermission.
90-minute no intermission. A long act.
Yes. A long act.
More than just a one act, a long act. just a little longer. Longer than a one act.
Yeah.
Not that the show feels long, just it's a little bit longer.
No,
One acts are like
no.
one acts are traditionally 60 or less, right? Like 45 to 60 one act play usually.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've done one, but that sounds about right.
Yeah.
We'll make that sound.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. So you guys heard it. 9 minutes, no intermission for both of these, and they're being done in rep. What does that mean?
So, again, the similarities after seeing the shows in Charlotte, the similarities between the intimacy, the richness of the stories, the engagement of the character development and the story, they, even though they were vastly different, they shared that in common. And we thought, again, the opportunity here at the Cain, being a new facility, developing fresh audiences, really engaging Lake Norman. I've watched you guys grow and build this anticipation for how many years? At least 6.
And more than at least 6. You're absolutely right.
And so now to see that come to fruition this year, it just felt like, wow, here's a great opportunity for this beautiful space and these stories to come together. And so that's when Robin and I started talking. It was like, do you want to do something crazy?
Yes.
And she said, of course, Marla. As soon as I finish painting a set, I'll come and do yet a show 2 days after I close one. Yeah, let's
I know.
do that.
You guys just closed Lehman, right?
So it was kind of a total coup that we got the rights to the Lehman trilogy, which won the Tony last year and kind of swept all of the awards. It's this huge epic piece. It's 3.5 hours.
Not
3 acts.
90.
Not a 90 no.
Not a 90 no.
Not a 90 no. It's really 3-hour-long plays.
Oof.
And it covers about 150 years of the Lehman family history from when they arrive off the boat from Bavaria to when the 2008 financial crisis happens.
Oof.
So it's an epic piece, and it was great. And but it was a big lift for our team. And we closed on Sunday.
Is anyone that's working on that working on the Chinese lady, like as far as even like crew or anything?
Not crew or designers. I mean, I was in rehearsals for both. since I had to be in rehearsals to reblock for Chinese Lady. So our leadership team is tired, but
Meaning
fabulous.
Robin is tired.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Becky and Danielle and
Oh, yes,
Tiffany.
That's okay.
I'm
That's how.
teasing.
Yeah.
That's how we artistic folk live. We mostly live tired, right? Like just keep going. We just whatever it is, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And you said that was received well down there.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was
I
great.
kept seeing a bunch of stuff for it.
Yeah, we ended up having to add another performance.
Awesome.
It was selling so well, which is awesome. And just kind of a spellbinding production. So we're really pleased with it.
Awesome. Spellbinding.
Yeah.
So that's why, again, we decided to bring both up here because we thought that just the bringing together the best talent, the best shows to the beautiful venue, working with your team. Because it's been a pleasure working with y'all.
Oh well, thank you. That we have a great have a great team. Have a great team of folk. And also, folks. So not only can you can go to cainarts.org and purchase tickets to them separately, but more importantly, you can purchase like a combined package, which would give you a ticket to each.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
So you could have 2 nights of wonderful theater, and they start next Wednesday, if I'm right.
Yes.
Next
Wednesday the 29th.
Wednesday the 29th, and they'll run through the 3rd
December
on
Sunday.
Sunday. So you could come on a Wednesday and see one, and then back on Saturday and see the other. So really,
do a double feature on Saturday.
You could do a double. That's right, because you guys have double feature Saturday.
Chinese Lady matinee.
That's cool.
I mean, what a great night idea.
Absolutely.
Go get dinner in between.
Forget Barbieheimer.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Forget Barbieheimer.
Yeah.
I want Chinese Dollhouse.
Yeah. There that's it.
The Chinese Dollhouse. That's what we're doing in Cornelius on
Part 2.
Saturday. Yes, sorry. Chinese Dollhouse Part 2. Lady.
Sounds good.
The Part 2 lady of Chinese dollhouses.
The doll.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
We'll figure that one out off air. Yeah. That's extra features, guys. That's special features if you're watching the Facebook Live or YouTube stream. By the way, in case you have any questions, you can call 844-STUDIO-4 and talk to Bill. And Bill will rope you into us in case. And maybe, I'll tell you what, maybe if even you call in, we can get you like a pair of tickets. Yeah, maybe get you like a pair of tickets to the show, to the combined day, the whole day of that. So well, awesome. So with these shows, I want to thank you all for bringing them up here, because I really think it's a cool. It was part of one of the goals. It was one of the goals of what we wanted to do with Cain Center, was to have a place for this kind of thing to happen, right? For arts companies, theater companies that are local based, whether they're local based up here, like Davidson Community Players is bringing a show. They're doing Frozen Junior in January, or whether it's when you guys brought POTUS, or whether it's these, right? And I hope the community that's listening and the folks here will take advantage of getting to see this wonderful, again, great locally grown, theater and performances of these works that, again, they're not touring through. They're not doing that, right? This is your chance to see them.
Yeah.
Right.
So come and see them. We're gonna head to break again, and then we'll have one more after the break. We'll have one more segment to keep talking with the ladies here about Chinese Lady and A Doll's House Part 2 coming to Cain Center next week. Know the Scene. Come back after the break.
More Know the Scene with Cain Center for the Arts Executive Director Justin Dionne, coming up on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Happy Thanksgiving. From all of us at WSIC, we hope everyone is able to spend some time with those that they love. Join the Cornelius Parks and Rec Department this Saturday for the 12th annual Light Up Cornelius, presented by Novant Health from 4 to 7 p.m. in downtown Cornelius. Festivities will include holiday songs, train rides, a sledding hill, food and craft vendors, and a visit from Santa. See you Saturday. Want to see more than 5 million Christmas lights at one time? Speedway Christmas is back. Happening daily, the amazing Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now through January 7th. The show is open 6 to 10 p.m., rain or shine. The Infield Christmas Village is open Thursday through Sunday nights. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway, now through January 7th. For tickets, visit charlottemotorspeedway.com. Community singers of Lake Norman are performing again Christmas style. December 3rd in Mooresville, December 5th in Huntersville, and December 11th in Cornelius, each evening at a different church. 3 shows, 3 nights. Community Singers of Lake Norman. For more info, visit lakenormansings.com. The Community Singers of Lake Norman. lakenormansings.com. The Docksiders, performing at Cain Center for the Arts on Saturday, December 9th, are almost sold out. The Docksiders will take you back to the year 1981. Their unique and electric tribute act of yacht rock features songs from Hall & Oates, Christopher Cross, Kenny Loggins, and more. The Docksiders, Saturday, December 9th at Cain Center for the Arts. To purchase your tickets, visit cainarts.org. Have an event you'd like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
And now for a look at your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. High temperature only getting up to 54 degrees today, but we have a 100% chance of rain. And wind gusts will be getting up as high as 20 miles per hour. As you head through the remainder of the evening, showers and thunderstorms are going to stay in the area. We'll only drop down to a low of 52 tonight. This has been your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center.
Revitalize your landscape with ease. Experience hassle-free transformations with Drum Landscape Supply's swift and reliable delivery service. Visit drumlandscapesupply.com today. Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop.
Your home for non-stop Christmas music.
Ho, ho, ho!
Starting at 12 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day.
Ow! Son of a nutcracker!
Know the Scene continues. Here's your host, Cain Center for the Arts Executive Director Justin Dionne on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to your Tuesday afternoon Know the Scene episode. Justin Dionne, your host here. Again, if you're listening live, thank you. If you are listening or watching via Facebook Live or YouTube Live, thank you. Or make sure that you listen to us later. You can revisit the show using your favorite podcast software. Is that what you call it? Software app.
Yeah.
Platform. Thank you, Bill. Billy on the sticks.
Yeah.
Thank you, platform. You can subscribe and listen to this episode. We listen to it. You'll get automatically notified, by the way, when future episodes post, right? And then also, you can listen to past episodes. We're starting to slowly build a repertoire.
Nice.
Of past shows. So we're back today with Marla and Robin here having a wonderful conversation. We're going to have you both back.
Yes.
I mean, together and separate because we have so much we could talk about.
Yeah.
And I really love kind of getting to have this opportunity to maybe we're slowly creating a place to talk about this kind of stuff in this area, which is I think cool. But we were just talking during the break about something that was interesting, which is so all three of us here, you guys currently, I don't produce anymore, but I curate from the presenting side. And you all curate as far as choosing your seasons, and we've all done it in different ranges for different amounts of time, right? Yes. And during the break, we were all kind of having the conversations about, Marla had mentioned that she'd be interested, one of the things she's always interested in is hearing from audiences about how it is that they pick what it is that they go see. Because I think from the outside looking in, and I can say this too, because we're in the middle, Cain Center's in the middle of a strategic planning process right now, and we just had a whole big public survey input thing. And, of course, when you read these survey results, it's not the 450 out of 500 that said everything was fine that you focus on.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Right. And then it's not even the 40 then that said, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's the 10
Yes.
that just write those things.
Yeah.
And you're just like, why
Yes.
did you have to say that? And,
Yes.
and people remind you, they're like, dude, it was one comment. And I'm like, but it was, ugh.
Why did you unsubscribe from the list?
Right. Like, so, and you want to know these things, but I think, from a perspective from the outside, sometimes you get these comments of like, well, I haven't been yet because you haven't put on anything that I think is worth seeing.
Oh, bless.
And I'm like, we have presented. Well, first of all, we've been open 10 months.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, in the whole 10 months we've been open, there's been nothing you wanted to see. But then the fact that like we present all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like,
Genres.
I mean, you guys have come and concerts and this and bluegrass and rock and roll
You
and
gotta find
comedy and blah, blah,
something.
and nothing. So we were talking about for you
bring
guys
curling.
too. Curling, because we are, yes.
I would watch. I don't understand it at all. I would totally watch curling.
We should have a curling, you should create a curling play.
That
sounds like a
Know
10-minute
how
play to me.
expensive that would be.
Sounds like a 10-minute play.
A 10-minute, yeah. Not a 90, no.
But one of the but I'm saying all this because we were kind of discussing like how the audiences pick what it is they see, right? So Marla was saying that, POTUS last year. Oh, sorry, I have to ask you both real quickly for the sake of both of your shows that are coming, Chinese Lady and Doll's House Part 2. Are they like PG? Is there language? Anything like that?
For A Doll's House Part 2, there's one outbreak where, but they're all very, there is not language like POTUS at all. They are all very
It's a
upscale.
very high bar, though.
Yes.
I mean,
There's two instances where characters who are very uptight lose it and say one word.
Okay.
But it is not.
That's cool. Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't care if it has. I'm always just big on like we just gotta let audiences know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which you did for POTUS.
yeah.
But from I think our side as presenters and producers, we would encourage audiences to read more.
In general.
In general, just read more because I think sometimes like we do everything we can
Or like read the
to put
communications
every
that are sent.
notice out. Warning, this show has this. Warning, this show has this. And it never fails.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is someone that leaves at like
Surprise.
intermission or whatever and sends us an email or a note or calls one of my board members or something. And I can't believe you this. And we're like, dudes, we put it all out in like we did everything. We put it on a carrier pigeon and send it to your door. Like, I don't know how else to communicate with you. Sorry. I mean,
No, I get that. Yeah.
So
I will
talk
say,
about,
so Chinese Lady, I think we recommend, I can't remember if it's 14 and up or 16 and up. There's not really adult language in it, but it is a heavy subject matter. So there's some pretty,
it's not a bring your kids.
disturbing. It's not a bring your. I mean, it's a bring your high schooler.
Yeah, high schooler,
I
sure.
think,
Yeah, that's
for
same with
sure.
us.
Yeah, don't
you
bring the little
know?
ones.
No.
Yeah, there's some pretty
A good date
specific
night.
anti-Asian discussion of traumatic events.
Right. Yeah.
And the same, not because of language, but because of interest.
Yeah.
Right.
For adults. Yeah. Just the topic of marriage and the exploration of identity and gender politics.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you all go about approaching? So we talk about what you're doing. You're doing, we've got these 2 shows coming next week. You guys come see them. So as you're looking forward into your next productions, what do you look for? What do you think about as you start to curate in the future?
We read tons of contemporary plays. Probably, it used to be higher. It's probably closer to around like 30 now a year, 30 or 40 scripts a year to
that's a
pick
lot.
the 4 that we produce every year. So we're really trying to find like this mix of what's relevant and fresh and hasn't been done, but also what's producible, what is engaging and exciting to us, things we haven't tackled before. So, this season, and I love that Chinese Lady is getting a remount in this. We're producing 2 MacArthur Genius playwrights. We're, presenting 3 shows that are right off of Broadway. So just trying to find things that are new and exciting and will grab people.
That's pretty much our model of operations as well. We're looking at we have some favorite playwrights, the Jen Silvermans of the world, who are producing or who are prolific contemporary young writers, who are her opus is already so incredibly diverse, and so we have some playwrights that we lean towards. We have our eye, which is again another reason why Robin and I and our companies are going to talk more in the next year, to make sure that just
that our programming is complementary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we have our eye tracking some of the playwrights that are really popular within the contemporary scene. Again, Jen Silverman,
Dominique Morisseau.
Yeah, people that are really contributing to creating contemporary works that are going to go into theater history for the future about this time. And that's always very exciting to me, is how plays talk to each other across time, Ibsen to now. I mean, and it tracks, there's so many. We were even thinking of doing a season of classic contemporary, where we take the classic root play and then develop the contemporary, and actually produce the contemporary piece. So the way theater history talks to each other is one of the things that we also look at and see. But producibility, size of cast, cost of set, is it theatrical or is it realistic? All of those things play into what we select. But the ultimate is the audience, trying to anticipate because we can't do it in a vacuum. So trying to anticipate how to make it, why this play here now in this community for this group of people. And I think that both of these plays speak to that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that you... So, I mean, obviously you both have, when Robin, I mean, just because Three Bones been around longer, you all have developed probably a really nice, steady group of patrons.
Yeah.
Right? That kind of are, you guys, they know you, they've learned your style of that, how you guys curate the type of work you're going to do, the quality of the work, that kind of thing. And Marla, you all are working to build that now, right? So is there a hope that, and you've got a great start, right? And you're still continuing, right? I mean, so is there a hope that there's that same audience, that some of them or a portion of them will come up here as well, along with developing new audiences up here? Or is this like the great, are we going up beyond the wall? Right, like to
I think we hope that people who missed it the first time around in Charlotte will come on up, and we also Chinese Lady was one where we actually had some repeat patrons, which was awesome, and so we'd love to see some of that, and then and obviously reach new people as well.
Yeah, of course.
So
just synergy.
Is that so? And I want to ask, and I'm gonna have to. I know we're getting close on time. Oh well, there it went. Well, I can't ask this question because we're running short on time. Because Bill just clicked the timer. So we'll have to have you both back
for part 2.
Again for
90
for either both or single, two, again all of the above, because it's every Tuesday.
Great.
Oh, wow.
We're here every Tuesday. So thank you so much for coming. Chinese Lady and Doll's House Part 2 next week at Cain Center for the Arts. Please, please, please go get those tickets at cainarts.org. Support these wonderful local theater troupes and the wonderful performers and people who make it happen.
Woo-hoo.
We'll come back next week and talk to you guys. Know the scene. Have a great week, everybody.
The new 105.9, 100.7 WSIC, Statesville, W290DK,